I really love this LEGO Italian Riviera set that came out this summer. The bright colors and playful little stories are amazing. But it does have a few small flaws, like this tiny boat dock. And I can't stop thinking how this would look like in a medieval style. So let's start. To give it that medieval look, the first thing I want to do is remove all the modern electric inventions like these satellites. So I simply pulled all of those out. Luckily, I had some spare parts on hand to fill in the gaps. I also had to remove this big dish on the side of the building. And I don't think they had metal rain pipes in the Middle Ages, so these need to go too. I need to remove all those clip parts, so I searched for some plates in the right colors to blend everything in. Here's a before shot, and here's the after. Much cleaner. I repeated the same process for the rest of the buildings as well. Another thing I really wanted to change are these modern lights. They feel too out of place, so I swapped them for these old lantern pieces. This looks way more accurate. And finally, I had to take away a few small details that felt too modern, like this table and this blue motorboat and this fish rack and this small little bench. For the second mod, I wanted to replace the entire boat dock with a wooden dock. So I started by removing all of the gray slope pieces. Then I fixed up the shoreline with some dark tan plates. I built this quite simple wooden dock that was inspired from a small one-piece set. It actually fits really nicely into place. To make it feel even more alive, I borrowed this wooden crane from an old Ninjago City set. You can easily build something like this yourself. It's a really simple design. Let's place it right here. It looks perfect. Let's also hang a barrel on the crane right here. To really push the medieval feel, I wanted to add even more wooden details. First up, I replaced the glass doors with wooden ones. Almost forgot this one in the back. Then, I swapped out the colorful tiled floor for dark tan tiles. I also changed the sleek black balcony to a wooden version. And because I thought it would be fun, I added a little telescope. Now the villagers can look out over the ocean. Of course, I had to repeat these changes for the other house as well. And I need to remove that modern table for a wooden table. I also added a few wooden planks onto the roof to make it look a bit wonky, as if they had to repair it over time. The modern signs needed to go too. Instead, I found this old pirate board, which fits perfectly here. This looks good. I also want to fix the interior. This step isn't completely necessary, but I think it really sells the medieval effect. For the building on the right, I wanted to make it into a blacksmith's workshop. But first I had to remove all of this. I built a little anvil with a sword resting on it, and a big furnace for forging. Let's place it right here. These studs on the wall are perfect for hanging a shovel and some swords. And then I added some barrels with even more swords. And a little table with a candle for some light. I'm going to use this palm tree from a one-piece set and add it right to this building. For the next house, I want to transform it into a traveler's store filled with maps and nautical gear. I filled this rack with compasses, a sailor's tool, and a map on the wall with a candle for light. Then I placed a chest in the corner, an old globe in the middle, and added another map right here, just like that. And finally, I want to turn this last house into a tavern. I started by building some racks filled with bottles and candles to give it that cozy vibe. I also made this very simple desk for the owner. I added a bottle here and a barrel. And then added all the racks against the walls. I placed the desk in the middle. Let's also add another barrel. And a table for customers. I added a painting of a ship on the wall and an old mop. For the last mod, I wanted to add minifigures and tell some little stories with them. Of course, we need a blacksmith. So I made this guy with a big hammer. The torso print isn't perfectly accurate, but I like the brown outfit. And he looks great here. For the traveler's shop, I made this character who feels like he could tell exciting adventure tales, or maybe even sing them. In the tavern, I used this figure from Harry Potter. Not sure I trust him with my drink, but he definitely adds some personality. We also need villagers walking around the streets, so I added this cool pirate. And this older woman, also from Harry Potter. Let's place them right here. I also made this young sailor. He would look good on the docks. Let's give him a boat too filled with supplies and food. And one more character. I placed her as a lookout scanning for danger. And we need to add a parrot. I placed one right here for some extra fun. To finish it all off, I scattered buckets and barrels all around the village to make it feel alive. And this is what the final result looks like. I really love the small details, like the lanterns. The transformation turned out even better than I expected, and I had so much fun with this challenge. I'm actually curious to try the same concept in other genres too, like sci-fi or fantasy, or maybe even add some big extensions in the future. I hope this video was helpful or maybe even inspirational. Let me know what you think of this project in the comments, and please leave a like or consider subscribing to see more of my future builds. I'll see you in the next one.